They say there are stars, there are legends, and then there was Elvis Presley. Imagine a man whose mere presence could turn a crowd of thousands into a sea of absolute, unbridled chaos.
Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea.
He wasn't just a singer, he was a seismic shift in the American landscape. From the second he stepped into the light in 1954 until his final, heartbreaking bow in 1977, Elvis lived his life on a stage.
Where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why.
But if you want to understand the real Elvis, not the caricature, not the movie posters, not the tabloids, you have to look at the moments when he stood in front of a microphone with a band at his back and a crowd ready to erupt.
Oh yeah, I see my baby, don't you understand?
Today, we're counting down the top 10 greatest live performances by the king of rock and roll. These aren't just concerts, they are pieces of American history. Let's dive in. Number 10, The Big Bang, Louisiana Hayride, 1954. Before the world knew his name, Elvis was just a shy 19-year-old kid from Tupelo, standing backstage in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Well, this is one thing, baby, I want you to know.
He had no fame, no entourage, just a nervous energy and a brand new sound that even he didn't fully understand yet.
Well, I heard the news. Well, it's good to rockin' tonight on the rock, man, rock.
On October 16th, 1954, he stepped onto the Louisiana Hayride stage and launched into That's All Right. In an instant, the shy kid vanished.
I'm gonna hold my baby as tight as I can tonight. She'll know I'm a mighty, mighty man. I heard the
He became electric. His voice hit the room like a bolt of lightning, and the crowd froze for a split second before absolute bedlam broke out.
Could another man
By the time he hit Blue Moon of Kentucky, the screaming was so loud it nearly blew out the radio broadcast's levels. It wasn't country, it wasn't blues, it was something dangerous. That night, Elvis didn't just entertain a crowd, he sparked a revolution that would change music forever.
I said Blue Moon of Kentucky just to keep on shining.
Number 9, The Scandalous Slow Burn, The Milton Berle Show, 1956.
Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
By June 1956, America thought it had Elvis figured out. He was just a rising rockabilly singer, right? Wrong.
Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
On the deck of the USS Hancock, televised nationally on the Milton Berle Show, Elvis decided to show the country exactly who he was.
You ain't nothing but
When he launched into Hound Dog, he did something nobody expected. Halfway through, he signaled the band to slow down. The tempo dropped, the energy shifted, and Elvis began to move, slow, deliberate, and completely unrestrained.
You ain't nothing but
The audience exploded. While teenagers screamed in delight, parents across America were horrified. Newspapers called it vulgar and animalistic.
well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend.
But for the youth, it was the birth of a new identity. This was the moment Elvis became dangerous, a force that the establishment couldn't control.
Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend.
Number 8, The Night America Stopped, The Ed Sullivan Show, 1956.
You ain't nothing but
On September 9th, 1956, Elvis walked into 60 million American homes via The Ed Sullivan Show. At the time, this was the largest TV audience in history. He sang Don't Be Cruel and Love Me Tender with a charisma that felt like it was beamed from another planet. By the time the credits rolled, Elvis wasn't just a star. He was a national obsession. The next morning, record stores were flooded. Love Me Tender became a hit before it was even officially released.
Love me tender, love me true.
This broadcast was the big bang of pop culture, cementing the 1950s as the era of Elvis. It was the moment the regional sensation became the king of the world.
For my darling, I love you.
Number 7, The Black Leather Rebellion, the '68 comeback Sit Down, 1968. By the late 60s, the critics were sharpened and ready. Elvis had spent years trapped in mediocre Hollywood musicals, and many felt his fire had gone out. They were wrong. In a small studio in Burbank, California, dressed in iconic tight black leather, Elvis sat down with his old bandmates for what would become the sit-down shows. This was raw, unfiltered Elvis. He laughed, he joked, he sweated, and most importantly, he rocked. When he played Heartbreak Hotel and Jailhouse Rock, these weren't old hits, they were weapons. He reminded everyone that he wasn't a manufactured product, he was a born performer. This session stripped away the Hollywood gloss and left us with pure magnetic genius.
Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell.
Number 6, A Plea for Peace, If I Can Dream, 1968.
He can redeem his soul and fly.
1968 was a year of tragedy in America. The country was reeling from the assassinations of Martin Luther King Jr. and Robert Kennedy. For the finale of his TV special, Elvis wanted to say something real. His manager, Colonel Tom Parker, wanted a Christmas song. Elvis refused.
Got to be birds flying higher.
Instead, he stood on a stage under blood-red lights, wearing a white suit, and delivered If I Can Dream.
If I can dream of a better land.
You can see his hands shaking. You can hear his voice cracking with genuine desperation. It wasn't rock and roll. It was a prayer.
Where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why.
When he hit the final notes, the crew in the studio was reportedly in tears. It proved that Elvis had a soul as deep as his talent.
All the doubt and fear, if I can dream.
Number 5, The King of the Desert, the Vegas Revival, 1970.
Oh yeah, what is it?
In 1970, Elvis didn't just return to the stage. He reinvented the very idea of a live concert. The documentary That's the Way It Is captures Elvis at his absolute physical and vocal peak.
Oh yeah, I see my baby, don't you understand?
He was lean, focused, and backed by a powerhouse orchestra and a gospel choir. This wasn't the 50s rockabilly kid. This was a master showman. When he performed Suspicious Minds or Polk Salad Annie,
We can't go on together with suspicious minds.
it was a display of pure athletic power. Karate kicks, soaring vocals, and a stage presence that dominated the room.
Because I love you too much, baby.
He turned Las Vegas into his personal kingdom, proving that he had evolved into the greatest entertainer on the planet.
When you don't believe a word I say.
Number 4, Conquering the Big Apple, Madison Square Garden, 1972. New York City is the toughest crowd in the world, and by 1972, they were skeptical of the Vegas Elvis. He responded by selling out 4 consecutive shows at Madison Square Garden.
Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right with you. That's all right, Mama.
Wearing his white jumpsuit, Elvis walked onto that stage and conquered the city. He tore through his set with a swagger that silenced every critic.
That's all right. That's all right, Mama.
From the emotional weight of An American Trilogy to the high-octane energy of Hound Dog, he proved he could own any room in any city at any time. The New York Times even compared him to a prince from another planet.
I'm leaving town, baby. I'm leaving town for sure. Well, you won't be bothered with me hanging around your door.
Number 3, The Hometown Glory, How Great Thou Art, 1974.
How great thou art.
By 1974, the pressure of fame was starting to show, but Elvis's voice remained a miracle.
In humble adoration.
In his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South Coliseum, he performed the gospel classic, How Great Thou Art. The room went silent.
And I hear the rolling thunder.
Elvis poured every ounce of his faith and his struggle into that song. The power in his voice was so immense that it felt like it could shake the foundations of the building.
Oh my God!
This performance earned him his 3rd and final Grammy Award. It serves as a haunting reminder that beneath the jumpsuits and the headlines, he was a man of deep spiritual conviction.
Heaven sings my soul.
Number 2, the global phenomenon, Aloha from Hawaii, 1973.
Early Lord, one frosty morn.
On January 14, 1973, Elvis did something no solo artist had ever done. He broadcast a live concert via satellite to over 30 countries.
Look away, look away.
Over 1 billion people tuned in, more than the number of people who watched the moon landing. Elvis looked like a god in his American Eagle jumpsuit. He was calm, regal, and in total command.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.
From the explosive opening of C.C. Rider to the emotional finale of Can't Help Falling in Love, it was a flawless performance.
Oh, see, Rider. Oh, see what you have done.
It was a global celebration of his legacy, showing that even 20 years into his career, he was still the undisputed king. Number 1, the final masterpiece, Unchained Melody, 1977.
My darling, I've hungered for your touch.
This is the greatest performance because it is the most human. It was June 21, 1977, in Rapid City, South Dakota, just 6 weeks before his death.
Time goes by.
Elvis was exhausted. His health was failing, and he looked physically fragile. But then he sat down at the piano. He told the band he wanted to sing Unchained Melody.
So slowly, and time can do so much.
As he struck the chords, something miraculous happened. The exhaustion vanished. His voice soared with a purity and a power that seemed impossible for a man in his condition.
Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea.
It was raw, it was desperate, and it was beautiful. It was a man giving every last drop of his soul to his audience. This is the performance that reveals the man behind the myth, a hero who sang until the very end.
I'll be coming home. Wait.
Elvis Presley wasn't just a singer, he was the electricity that powered a generation. From the nervous kid in Louisiana to the legend in Hawaii, And finally, to the fragile man in South Dakota, he gave us everything he had. These 10 performances are more than just music. They are the roadmap of a life lived at full volume. The jumpsuits are in museums, and the headlines have faded. But the voice still echoes. Because when the lights go down and the music starts, there is still only one king. Which of these performances is your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into music history.